Oh, the controversial Ramadan lights on Oxford Street will remain up over Easter, obviously, sparking widespread outrage. Now, it's the second time the Muslim celebration has been marked with lights in London. The lights, which read Happy Ramadan, are funded by the Aziz Foundation, a charity founded by Asif Aziz. But the display marked questions over why an Easter feature was not been put in place ahead of this weekend. Well, that's the latest in a long line of quite controversial Ramadan incidents that we've had, lest we forget, of course, the King's Cross departure board. I'm joined now by former Mumford & Sons musician turned podcaster and freedom fighter. It's Winston Marshall. Winston, thank you very, very much. Are we a Christian country?
Thanks for having me, Patrick. Yes, we're a Christian country. We've been a Christian country for over 1,400 years. Constantine brought Christianity to the British Islands in 597 AD. King Alfred, the founder of our nation, in his Doom book, published the Ten Commandments direct from the Bible. That predated the Magna Carta by 300 years. It's the first legal code in Britain. And for 1,400 years, the people of these islands have been marinating in Christianity, in Christian moral ethic and moral code. We are a Christian nation, absolutely. Now, there's an argument that we might be called a secular nation. Our Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak, when he was Chancellor, said that we were a secular nation, even though he'd be celebrating Christmas with a big slap-up meal. Well, and to support that argument, the 2021 census said that we are only 46% Christian, i.e. Christianity is now a minority belief in this country. But I would still argue we are a Christian country. Even those who don't necessarily attend church or don't profess a belief, they have stewed in Christian morals for a long time.
So why does it matter, Winston? Can I just ask you, look, why does it matter that we have Happy Ramadan on the busiest shopping street, probably in the UK, I would imagine it is, Oxford Street? Why does it matter that we have things like, even little things, like hot cross buns, which, visible symbol, there's got the cross on it. That's a hot tick bun now, apparently. We can't possibly have that. Why does all of this matter? The idea that we've got the Ramadan message on the departure board at King's Cross, and miraculously, for want of a better phrase, nobody seems to know where that came from or who did it. Why does all of this matter?
Well, it's not quite right to conflate it with the King's Cross board, and this is because this particular, the Oxford Street lights, the Piccadilly Circus to Leicester Square lights, as you said, it's funded by the Asif Aziz Foundation, a Muslim billionaire. Now, why it's alarming is that Britain has forgotten that it is a Christian nation. It's actually more like a Michel Houellebecq book, like his famous book Soumission. We're just an apathetic nation. We've forgotten that we are Christian. Now, I tell you why that's extremely important. It was John Stuart Mill who said that a national identity is based on collective memory. We've been pummeled for so long with diversity as our greatest strength, when in fact it is unity that is our greatest strength. If you don't have a sense of unity, a shared sense of nation, and it has to be a Christian one in that is what we are, a Christian nation. If you don't have that, you will have social disunity. It will come apart at the seams. At the most important day in the Christian calendar, when Christ overcame evil, he descended through heaven and conquered death. If there's no one who wants to put Easter celebration, Easter lights up in our city, that is a sign of the apathy of a nation, and that is why it is extremely concerning.
Do you think that certain people laugh at us when they see that we've got the Ramadan lights down Oxford Street and they see that we've got a variety of different things? I mean, I am aware that it was Pakistan Day, by the way, the other day over the weekend, but, hoisting the Pakistani flag over Westminster Abbey during Lent. Do you think that actually some people are mocking us?
Look, with the Pakistan flag, that was because we were celebrating the Commonwealth, and Pakistan are a Commonwealth nation. Now, if we should be proud about our Commonwealth. It's a great union of nations, and it was, people misunderstood that, misconstrued what that was. There's also the case that we have got a serious Islamist issue in the country, and we have got a lot of dire consequences from the mass migration into the country. Those are serious things, and it's possible that people are laughing at us, but I don't necessarily think that this is an intentional attack on our nation. Not to say that there aren't malevolent forces who want to see Britain and the West destroyed. But in this particular case, it is apathy. Look at the Church of England. Where are they? Why aren't they putting up lights to celebrate Easter? They're more concerned with virtue signaling, which, by the way, is against virtue signaling is an unchristian virtue. It's the opposite of a virtue, rather. They're more interested in saying, "Oh, we need to pay 100 million or £1 billion to compensate for their complicity in the slave trade, for which there is not evidence." So, where is the Church of England? How is it that everyone's forgotten what this nation is about?
Yeah. Yeah, no, exactly. We're not combating it whatsoever, it appears. And, you know, I do occasionally like to look into the future, and I don't necessarily always like what I see, but I would just like to wish you, Winston, anyway, a very, very happy Easter. All the best to you and your family as well, and I hope to see you very, very soon. That is Winston Marshall there, who is the former Mumford & Sons musician, turned podcaster and freedom fighter.